Brown at 50. Consider the logic. Major term. Segregation in Topeka pervades life. Minor term. Black children live segregated in Topeka. Conclusion. Segregated schools prepare black children for the segregation they'll face as adults. Thus the school board syllogized, while Oliver Brown catechized his daughters Linda and Terry. This definitely is Kansas, children. They tied us up, and then, in 3 years of litigation, and then, Homer Plessy's train was a-comin', and then, and then, and then, and then along came Thurgood Marshall. Straightforward, plain-spoken, equal means getting the same thing at the same time and in the same place. Thurgood Marshall, our Jim Dandy to the rescue, irascible champion and protector, who loosed the reins on his colored steed, clamped the spurs to its legalistic sides, and rode the NAACP up the stairs and into the chambers of the Supreme Court, leaving the lightning's flash behind. Straight at the justices he came like a falling star. Made Mr. Justice Earl Warren duck, jump down, turn around, made him blink and rethink the treachery of the fifth column, the enemy within, made him repent Isse, Nisse, and Sanse internment, made him bully, cajole Justices Jackson, Reed, Vinton, and Clark into unanimity, driving underground Jackson's law clerk Rehnquist and his defense of Plessy as right and should be reaffirmed. Holy Toledo, Harry Carey, the Supreme Court pitched a shutout, stepped on the mound of a new moral high ground. America won 9-0. But buried in that mound, whispered into a hole in that ground, was William Rehnquist's secret. Before long, a thick bed of reeds sprang up on the mound, and as soon as it had gained its growth, began whispering a sorry tale. Has continued to do so from that day to this, every time a breeze passes over the place. For 50 and 100 years, when this court's priority was to safeguard for a minority its rights, be they businessmen, slaveholders, or Jehovah's Witnesses, did all of them await the same abysmal fate. One by one, they all at best were sloughed off and crept silently to rest. And now, with ailing Rehnquist presiding over this broken court, and thoughtful Americans praying for his health, his replacement too fearful to contemplate, the song of those reeds buried in that mound, whispered into that hole, haunts like the tune you can't abide but can't forget, and find yourself humming in spite of yourself. Consider the logic. Major term. Segregation of children in public schools solely on the basis of race, even though the physical facilities and other tangible factors may be equal, deprive the children of the minority group of equal educational opportunities. Minor term. America's schools in 2004 have reached levels of segregation not seen since 1954. Conclusion?